and 1 strike. Defensively behind Marsh today, Brandon Grover, your Blues first baseman. Nick Conti at second. Jimmy Titus at shortstop, who gets a play right here. Ground ball right at Jimmy, takes a couple steps in. Hard throw over there to Grover at first base. 2 up and 2 down as we finish our way across the diamond. Christian Budzik will play third today. The utility infielder from Eastern Connecticut State, number 23, Christian Budzik, over there at third base. In the outfield for the Blues tonight, the right fielder, Chris Morris. In center field, number 29 from Youngstown State University, Lorenzo R. Curry. And in left, number 31, Frankie Gregoire. With 2 outs here in the first inning, first pitch by Marsh is a fastball, challenging the batter right at the letters. He swings right through it there. No balls and 1 strike. Second pitch here, Artavius Marsh throws a fastball missing inside by a hair. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now batting for Nashua is their center fielder, number 36, Thanopoulos. Marsh taking his time here, working the third base side of the rubber. He looks in, gets his signals from his battery mate today, Ian Tosca. He slips in the hole, misses high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. We are in the top of the first inning. Beautiful night for baseball, 73 degrees outside, sun setting beyond the evergreens in left center field. Marsh now hums a fastball in there on 2-2, catches the outside corner. He goes down looking, and there down go the Silver Knights to end the top of the first inning. As we head to the bottom of the first, Nashua, no runs on no hits and no base runners. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Bottom of the first inning, Bristol Blues to bat. Leading off for Bristol, number 29, their center fielder, Lorenzo R. Curry. The righty will stand in right now and await the first pitch, offering from number 23, the right-handed throwing Mike Ganellis from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. The 6'4 righty drops the hands, kicks up into the motion, and delivers. First pitch fastball right at the knees, called a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, another fastball, this one missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball, misses beneath the knees there. Lorenzo R. Curry finds himself in a hitter's count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Working quickly here is Ganellis. The 2-1 is a fastball hit off the end of the bat. Charging hard here is the shortstop, Roberson. Throws on the run. First baseman has to pick it, and he comes up empty. Sullivan over at first, went down to pick it, came up with air. Lorenzo R. Curry will be safe at first, and the official scorer tonight rules it as a hit. So the first hit of the ball game comes off the bat of the Bristol Blues leadoff man, Lorenzo R. Curry. Now batting for the Blues, number 17, the second baseman from Eckerd College, Nick Conti. Conti sporting some high blue socks today, hands cocked back over that right shoulder, right at the ear. He sees the first pitch fastball, lifts it high in the air, deep down the first base line, hooking, foul. Runner on first is Arcuri. Conti will step out quickly to get the signs from manager Pat Riley. Utilizing the back end of that right-handed batter's box is Nick as he awaits the 0-1 pitch. Janela sets, kicks up, and delivers. Fastball catches the outside corner, called a strike, no balls and 2 strikes, Conti down in the count. Middle of the infield in double play depth, third baseman Sullivan, 5 steps beyond the bag here at third base. For those of you unfamiliar with the Muzzy Field press box, we are located deep down the third base line. This grounder over to Sullivan at third. It eats him up, unable to make the play at second, and Conti beats it out at first base. That'll be an infield single for Nick Conti. Back-to-back infield hits, and the Blues have something working in the bottom of the first inning. Frankie Gregoire will now stand in at the plate. Gregoire leads the team in average, .389 this season. Frankie just recently announced to be a Louisville Slugger freshman All-American earlier this afternoon. So congratulations, Frank. Let's see what you got in store for the Blues here tonight. First pitch swinging, foul ball down the first base line, giving chase is Sullivan. Up and out of play. Lands in the picnic area there down the first base line in short right field. The town of Wolcott coming out to celebrate themselves and the great game of baseball here tonight. One lucky kid from Wolcott comes away with a souvenir. Foul ball off the freshman All-American's bat, Frankie Gregoire. Yanellis will set here at the belt buckle, kick up and deliver. Gregoire dribbles one down the third base line. This one will kick into foul ground. Count now quickly 0-2. Nashua, Janellis at an 0-2 count in the air on Nick Conti last at bat, and he ripped one to third base. Unable to make the play cleanly was Sullivan. Pump faked over to second. Thought better of it. Wasn't going to be able to get the force. Went across the diamond, and then Conti beat it out. At that point, it was just a base knock. No air given on the play. On deck for the Bristol Blues, number 4, the designated hitter, Christian Cabrera. Yanellis will set at the belt buckle once again. Line shot to left field. That ball will get down. Fielding it is Evangelista. He will fire home. Play at the plate is in time, and Lorenzo Arcuri is gunned down at the plate. Great play there in left field by the Nashua left fielder, Brett Evangelista. The Blues try to push the button a little bit early. 3 straight batters, 3 straight hits. However, there is 1 out recorded on that putout from the left fielder, Brett Evangelista. A great throw to home plate. Fava picked it up, tagged down Lorenzo Arcuri, and now there's 2 men on, 1 out. Frankie Gregoire moves up to second on the throw. Second and third, 1 out. The batter, Christian Cabrera. Lefty stands in, gets a first pitch fastball, lifts it high up in the air into foul territory. No balls and 1 strike here to the left-handed hitting designated hitter, Christian Cabrera. Gets a fastball here on the outer third. A little tardy behind that one was Chris. .0-2 count. Once again, this fastball misses high and outside. Not by much, though. Close pitch, almost a little bit too close to take. However, Cabrera, with a great eye up there at the dish, takes it, and it's 1-2. Janellis now sets once again. Big leg kick, curveball, bounces just as it passes home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big day for Christian Cabrera. The folks came out all the way up from Miami to watch him play this weekend series. Tonight against Nashua, tomorrow against Worcester, and then on Saturday night against the Pittsfield Suns. Cabrera was down in the count 0-2, wisely taking 3 straight pitches, working the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Blues threatening. Men on second and third. Cabrera awaits the full count pitch. It is an off-speed pitch on the outer third. He will lift it high up and out of play down the third base line. Going the other way with that one was Cabrera. Count remains 3-2. Blues with 3 hits here in the first inning, really just putting the bat on the ball, not trying to do too much with it. 2 of them of the infield variety, and then Frankie Gregoire with a line shot to left field. 3-2 pitch to Cabrera. He swings at it, comes up empty. First strikeout of the ball game for Janellis. 2 outs and men in second and third, both in scoring position for the Bristol Blues. Pickoff move back to second base. Frankie Gregoire slides in safely. Second baseman and the pitcher, Janellis, doing their best to get behind the runner using a backdoor pick play. To no avail. Now the batter will be number 20, the shortstop for the Bristol Blues, freshman sensation, Jimmy Titus. Titus, just a recent graduate of East Catholic High School here in Connecticut. Back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year in this fine baseball state, taking his talents to Bryant University next year. With the draft on tonight and tomorrow, do not be surprised to hear the name Jimmy Titus called in the next coming days. No balls and 1 strike to Jim. Big leg kick here, takes a fastball at the eyeballs. 1-1. 2 out knocks will get you to heaven. Let's see what Jimmy Titus has got in his back pocket today. First at bat as a Bristol Blue, he hammered a double to the left field line. This at bat, however, he finds himself down in the count 1-2. Takes a step out of the batter's box, gathers himself just for a moment, gets back in, hunchback on that back right leg, hands cocked at that back right shoulder. Big leg kick taking yet another fastball up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the first inning for the Blue shortstop, Titus, number 20. Gregoire with a big lead over there at second base. And Titus swings at a fastball on the outer third. A little bit late on that one. The Blues threaten but do not score. They get 3 base hits in the first inning. But we head to the top of the second, deadlock, 0-0. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the second inning, back here at historic Muzzy Field, 102nd year in existence, nestled in the hills of Bristol, Connecticut. Artavius Marsh working that third base side of the rubber, kicks up and delivers. First fastball missing high and outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is yet another fastball, this one missing up and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Artavius Marsh falls behind the first batter here in the second inning. Defensive alignment behind Marsh, deep all the way around in the infield. Fairly shallow, however, in the outfield. Marsh will miss outside here. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Really not liking the way the mound's treating him right now. Falling into a hole with his front foot. Doing his best, Mark Fidrich, to fix the mound to the best of his ability. Get a quality landing spot, get the front side firm, and fire through with that backside. Let's see what happens. 3-0. 3-0 pitch. Misses up, out, and out once again. That'll be a leadoff walk by Artavius Marsh, and the first baseman, Sullivan, takes his stroll down to first base. Marsh will now work from the set here in the top of the first inning. Still working that third base side of the rubber here is Marsh, the Montgomery, Alabama product from Faulkner University. Now, another ball out of the left arm of Artavius Marsh brings up Matt Iantoska out to the mound to have a quick conversation, calm him down, and get ready to go as he continues his work in the top of the second inning. Number 24, Colin Casey, the designated hitter, batting for the visitors, the Nashua Silver Knights. Marsh gets on top of that fastball there, hums in a little extra cheddar. Fastball lifted high in the outside corner, up and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to the designated hitter, Colin Casey from Northeastern University. Short leadoff over there at first base by Sullivan. He drew a leadoff walk to start the inning. Marsh misses up and outside once again. Got to get that front side through. Early leaving his shoulders wide open, which is causing him to miss that fastball up and out to righties. He does it once again. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike to the DH from Northeastern, Colin Casey. Blues in double play depth. Christian Budzik, the third baseman, even with the bag. Grover holding the runner on at first. And Titus and Conti, your double play combination today. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball. Foul tip to the back of the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Nashua tries to force the issue a little bit here early on in this ball game, sending the runner. Sullivan, not the fleetest of foot over there at first base. He's not going anywhere. That fastball misses up and outside again. That's the spot that Artavius Marsh is missing early tonight. Up and out. Flying that front shoulder out, forcing him to miss up and in to now to the left-handed batter. Anthony Fava, the batter here for the Nashua Silver Knights, the left-handed hitting catcher from St. John's University. Men on first and second base, and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Marsh misses with the first pitch here. He is missed with all 3 first pitches here in the second inning. Taking a deep breath, gathering himself before setting, is Artavius. Now a curveball. This one misses too high in the zone, maybe a hair outside as well. Ian Tosca with a nod of approval, like the idea of shaking to the curveball there. And the Bristol Blues pitching coach Jordy Shiner will take a stroll out to the mound to try to calm down his left-handed starter from Faulkner, Artavius Marsh. Lengthy conversation here on the mound. Looks like the home plate umpire is going to have to start his trot out there to break up this conversation. Right before he gets to about the cut of the grass, Coach Jordy Shiner turns around, heads back to the pine. It's 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting catcher, Anthony Fava. 6'2", 200-pound left-handed hitting catcher from St. John's, number 9, Fava. Ground ball will get the Blues out of this inning. Check that. It's not Anthony Fava. Wrong man on the lineup card. Chris Sullivan, the batter. The third baseman from the University of Hartford, Chris Sullivan, is the lefty due up. Up next will be Anthony Fava. So Sullivan now takes this fastball low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Marsh looks in for an extra beat here. He will now set at the shoulders, kick up with the right leg and deliver. He misses low and outside here, and another walk this inning, and now that'll draw in Nick Conti to have a couple words with his good buddy, Artavius Marsh. Bases loaded. 1 out here on the top of the second inning. Nashua still yet to record their first hit of the ball game. Now Anthony Fava due up for the Bristol Blues. Working out of the windup now is Marsh. Takes his time to kick up and deliver that first pitch. Fastball dots the outside corner. 0-1. Outfield now moving up back, paying fairly deep for the catcher. This shot down the right field line, charging hard is Morris. He will pick it up off a bounce and fire into Brandon Grover, the first baseman and cutoff man. RBI single off the bat of the catcher, Anthony Fava, and Nashua leads 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Bases still loaded. 1 out for the left fielder, Brett Evangelista. Great play in left field in the first inning. Gunned Lorenzo Arcuri out at home plate on the base knock from Frankie Gregoire. Now let's see what he does as he brings it to the plate. First pitch from Martavius. Low and outside, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to count. Ground ball to Budzik. He fields it, throws home for 1 to first. Unable to pick it by Brandon Grover. The Blues get 1 at home plate, and the bases will still be loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Wise play by Christian Budzik to get the lead runner. Ian Tosca's throw to first base was a little bit low. Grover was unable to pick it. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. This first pitch fastball right at the knees, lifted high, up and out of play behind the plate. 0-1, Marsh gets ahead of his first batter this inning. Got to start ahead to stay ahead, does Artavius Marsh. He's got the first one down. Now let's see if he can stay ahead. The full windup, kick up and deliver. Fastball on the outside corner. Good pitch there. Waved at and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Marsh looks in, infield still in at the corners. Lifted in the air to center field. Lorenzo Arcuri charging hard. This ball will get down into the Bermuda Triangle. Throw to third base. Budzik will field and make the play at third for the force out. 2-0 ball game here at Muzzy Field. The Blues trail the Nashua Silver Knights. That ball hung up there forever. The outfield playing so deep, however, it was able to get down in front of Lorenzo Arcuri and right behind Jimmy Titus. That ball had eyes on it and landed in no man's land. They do get out at third base, so it will be a man on first and second base. Artavius Marsh on the bump, and the Blues trail 2-0. First pitch fastball misses outside, 1-0. Marsh leans in, gets the sign from Ian Tosca. Kicks up and delivers. Fastball top of the strike zone. Swung right through it there by Cam DeSarcina, the Merrimack College soon-to-be senior. Down to the count, 0-2. Marsh kicks up. This fastball misses above the eyeball, scripted across the chest of this Nashua jersey. 1-2. Marsh checks back at second, now fires one into home. The 1-2 strike pitch is a fastball. Lifted high, up and out of play and into the mezzine outside of Muzzy Field. 2-2. The sun just setting behind the trees out in left center field as this fly ball is lifted to deep right center field. Going back is Arcuria, and he will make the grab 2 steps in front of the running track. 3 walks in the inning spell doomed for the Blues as Artavius Marsh gives up 2 runs in the top of the second inning. Blues trail 2-0. Bottom of the second coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Brandon Grover now steps in for the Bristol Blues in that left-handed batter's box. Down in the count, 0-2 as he fouls off a pitch into the catcher's glove. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball that misses up and outside. 1-2 strikes to the Blues first baseman, number 32, Brandon Grover. He gets the 1-2 pitch, lifts it high in the air to deep right field. This ball will carry onto the track and be caught by the right fielder Cruz for Nashua. Grover puts a charge into that one all the way out to the warning track, 325 feet away from home plate. However, camping under it and making the play was the Nashua right fielder. Blues trail 2-0. We are in the bottom of the second inning. And now batting for the Blues, number 14, Christopher Morris. Chris Morris just finished his redshirt freshman year at Manhattan College. He gets a first pitch fastball he likes, swings, hacks it high, up and onto Muzzy Street, parallel to the first base line here at Muzzy Field. The count is 0-1. Morris second pitch fastball as well. He will lift it in the air. It'll get down in front of that right fielder. Chris Morris with a base knock, and the throw goes into first base. Errant throw by the right fielder trying to pick behind Chris Morris, who had an extended round around first base. Good base running there by Christopher Morris. He rounds first very aggressively, drew a throw back in. He was back safely, standing up with ease. First baseman Sullivan, unaware of the throw coming into first. It gets by him over toward the Nashua dugout, and Morris wisely scampers into second base safely. Blues are threatening in the bottom of the second inning. And number 10, Ian Tosca to bat for Bristol. 1 out, man in scoring position. This one blooped over there to the first baseman into foul territory. He took his eyes off the ball, in and out of the glove. Ian Tosca will have an opportunity for a base knock here. A bloop line shot right at the first baseman, Sullivan. It'll be no air charge for Sullivan because he was in foul territory. This changeup misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out to the Blues catcher, Matt Ian Tosca. Ian Tosca plays his collegiate ball at Marist, a college teammate of Bristol Blue Frankie Gregoire. That pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count to Matty. Matt taps the plate a couple times for good luck, gets set in the stance, and awaits the 2-1 pitch. Great hitter's count here, and he gets a fastball that misses up in the zone. Now an even better hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one pitch here to Ian Tosca. It's a fastball. He's late on that one. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count now to the Blues catcher, number 10. Mike Janellis, the 6'4" righty from UMass, gets ready and toes the slab. Getting the signal from his battery mate Anthony Fava. Now sets at the belt buckle, will kick up and deliver the 3-2 pitch. 3-2 pitch on its way. Fastball lifted down that first base line, high, up, and out of play. Count stays full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like Matt might have broke that lumber right there as he lifted that one into foul ground. He goes back into the Blues dugout, picks up a new stick, and gets ready to work. Middle of the infield, deep, along with the third baseman, Sullivan, for Nashua. 5 or 6 steps behind the bag here at third base. 3-2 pitch misses beneath the knees and a little bit outside as well. Ian Tosca draws a 1-out walk. Men on first and second for the Blues 9-hole hitter, number 23, Christian Budzik. The ECSU infielder at the back of the right-handed batter's box for the Blues lunges at a first pitch fastball, does not swing. Umpire goes up with the right arm anyways. No balls and 1 strike. Budzik takes an off-speed pitch here. The one pitch coming up next. That bender broke a little bit too far in front of the knees. 1-1. Budzik rifles a fastball to the right center field gap, rounding third. Headed home is Christopher Morris. From first to third, sliding in safely comes Matt Ian Tosca, and Christian Budzik with yet another knock and RBI for the Bristol Blues. He's come out of the gates hot for Bristol this season. If you check on point streak, his average is a little bit lower than it actually is. 2 base hits for Christian Budzik, not credited to him early on in this season. He's hitting well over 300 for the Bristol Blues early on in this 2016 campaign. Morris with a base knock. He'll come around to score, and that slashes this Nashua lead in half. It's 2-1. First and third, 1 out for the Blues leadoff hitter, singled in his first AB, Lorenzo Arcuri. Arcuri stands in and awaits the 1-0 pitch. It is a fastball that misses a little bit low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. First and third, 2-0 count. Let's see what Mike Janellis has for Lorenzo Arcuri. He gives him a fastball right down Main Street here in Bristol. Taking all the way was Lorenzo Arcuri. Count now, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Lorenzo. Big leg kick here, lifts it high up in the air, deep down the first base line into foul ground. That'll go down Muzzy Street and into the neighborhood. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Janellis will set here at the belt buckle, kick up and deliver the 2-2 pitch. Inside out, down the first base line, it will hook foul by 3 feet. Arcuri sneaks that one in. That could be extra bases for him. Blue center field with absolute wheels. Budzik was off with the crack of the bat. He knew that ball was going to get down. If it was in fair territory, he would have went from first to third with absolute ease. However, that ball scampers foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. So the Blues center fielder from Youngstown State, Lorenzo Arcuri. Arcuri watches this fastball bouncing in there. He tracks it all the way into the glove of the catcher, Fava. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here. Bottom of the second inning, Blues trail the Silver Knights 2-1. Janellis gets a new ball from the home plate umpire, rubs it down, works that first base side of the rubber as he sets ready to deliver yet another 3-2 pitch. This one bounces in there, and the Blues were forcing the issue. Christian Budzik off with the pitch. It was a ball. A walk there from Janellis will draw out the pitching coach for Nashua as Nick Conti will slowly stroll into the right-handed batter's box. Bases loaded. 1 out, and the Blues have something working. They trail in this ball game 2-1. Conti with an infield base hit of his own in the first inning. 3 consecutive hits to start off the ball game for the Bristol Blues. We are in the bottom of the second. Blues trail 2-1. Lengthy confab here on the mound from Nashua's pitching coach as the umpire strolls out 45 feet in front of home plate. The coach will turn around and make his way to his safe haven, the visiting dugout here at historic Muzzy Field. Nick Conti in the batter's box. High blue socks today. Front left elbow guarded with a nice blue Evo shield, and he's ready to rock. Tardy on that first pitch fastball. He gave it everything he got. Came up a little bit empty. It is 0-1. On deck for the Blues, number 31, Frankie Gregoire. Janellis will set and hum in another fastball. This one does catch the outside corner. Up with the right arm goes the home plate umpire. No balls and 2 strikes. The sun just tucking itself away beyond the evergreen trees out in left center field, and that means it drops 4 or 5, make that 6 degrees up here on top of the press box. It's going to be a long, chilly night in Bristol, Connecticut. Ground ball softly to the shortstop. He picks it up, scoops over to second for 1. The thrower to first is not in time. Conti will reach first on a fielder's choice, and a run will score. The Blues get 2 of their own here in the bottom of the second inning, and it's all knotted up. 2-2 is Christian Budzik. Now the runner at third base, and Nick Conti, the runner at first. First and third for Frankie Gregoire. Ian Tosca, the runner to score second for the Blues. So Morris and Ian Tosca come around to score. And the Blues still have a man in scoring position. First and third, 2 outs for Frankie Gregoire. The lights just flicked on here at Muzzy, glistening on this historic gem of a field nestled in the foothills of the Appalachians. Gregoire, slightly open stance. Red sleeve on that back right arm. He's ready to work. Strides out. Lengthy stride there by Frankie. He takes a fastball missing beneath the knees right down the heart of the plate. 2-0. Janellis sets this time at the eyes scripted across the chest of that Nashua uniform. Sets a little bit higher that time. Drops in a curveball right at the belt buckle over the heart of the plate. Gregoire looking fastball the whole way. He takes it all the way, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball grounded softly up the middle. Picking it up here is the shortstop, Roberson. He'll flip over to the second baseman, but the Blues do get 2 in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third inning, and the Blues tied this one up 2-2. You're listening to Bristol Blues Baseball. Harry Roberson, the batter for Nashua. Let's see if Artavius Marsh can fix those wild fastballs up and outside, and looks like not going to happen here early on in the top of the third inning. First pitch fastball is a ball up and outside. The second pitch of the top of the third inning is a fastball missing on the inner third. A little bit too far inside. Harry Roberson ahead in the count, 2-0. Artavius Marsh kicks up, deals another fastball in there. This one up and outside once again. 3 balls and no strikes. Infield deep all the way around except for Christian Budzik, the lone man, even with the bag here at third. Roberson with a check swing here at the fastball at the knees in the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Blues tied this ball game up 2-2 in the bottom of the inning. Line shot deep down the right field line. Roberson got a good piece of that one. Almost got up and over the head of Christopher Morris. Looked like he couldn't quite track that one with a little bit of help from Lorenzo Arcuri. He finds the ball, goes back deep down the right field line, makes the play. A nice basket grab there by Christopher Morris. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third. The batter now, Thanopoulos. He's first pitch swinging, lifts it high up in the air down that first base line into foul territory. On to Muzzy Street. Count is 0-1. Artavius Marsh working that third base side of the rubber, kicks up and delivers. Fastball elevated at the top of the strike zone, challenges him there. He obliges at the fastball up and out of the zone, swings right through it. 0-2. Haven't seen too many off-speed pitches out of the hand of Marsh today. Let's see if the lefty throws one here. He decides against it, fires a fastball missing up and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Marsh checks in, agrees with the signal from Ian Tosca. Yet another fastball, 5th fastball this at bat in as many pitches. This one hammered on the third base line into foul territory. 1-2, the count remains. Defense ready behind Artavius. Changeup on the outside corner, way outside. Waving at it is Thanopoulos. He goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down in the third. Ryan Sullivan, the batter from Southern New Hampshire University. He'll be a senior next year. 6'1", 210-pound first baseman from Boston, Massachusetts, stands in. He gets a first pitch fastball on the inside corner. Called a strike. Up with the right arm goes the home plate umpire. It is 0-1. Now a curveball, working the whole arsenal. Getting a little bit comfortable out there, looks Tay. Artavius drops in a 12-6 curve right at the knees. Perfect pitch, and he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Now with a fastball, half the infield of Bristol was running off the field on that one. They thought that dotted the outside corner. Umpire does not agree with the Blues infield. Count is now 1-2. This one lifted in the air deep down the left field line. That ball will get up and out of here. A 1-2 fastball hammered down the left field line. A home run off the bat of Ryan Sullivan. And the Blues give one back. They now trail 3-2 in the top of the third inning. Artavius Marsh stands back in there, ready to work. Have to get focused after giving up a long ball like that one. Gasper stands in there. He struck out in his first at-bat. Marsh looks in, ready to work. Down in this ball game, 3-2. That is a first pitch fastball missing outside, 1-0. This fastball misses beneath the knees. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Gasper, the right-handed, hitting number 24 for the Nashua Silver Knights. This fastball catches the inside corner right at the knees. Good pitch there. Great location from number 12, Marsh. It is 2-1. 2-1 pitch misses low and inside. This one will nick off the umpire's left leg, kick over toward the Nashua dugout. Walking over there is Maddie and Tosca. Infield deep all the way around. Budzik 7-8 steps behind the bag here at third. And deep all the way around in the outfield are the Bristol Blues. Frankie Gregoire, the left fielder, way back and left. Lorenzo Arcuri plays one of the deepest center fields ever be played here at Muzzy Field. 402 feet to dead center. And this is a dead zone out here. The trees lined all the way around the outfield. Those evergreens really knock the ball down. Very rarely is there a ball hit over the head of the center fielder, and especially in the case when Lorenzo Arcuri is playing out there. A very deep center field, loves coming in on the ball. Nothing will get over his head all season. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball that misses outside. Artavius Marsh walks another one. Man on first, 2 outs for Chris Sullivan, the batter for Nashua. Sullivan, the left-handed hitting third baseman from the University of Hartford. Slightly open stance. Hands placed right in front of his back pectoral muscle. He strides in. Takes the pitch fastball outside, 2-0. Marsh comes set here at the letters. Kicks up and delivers fastball ripped to center field. Lorenzo Arcuri charging hard, comes in on it, and makes the play. An old Adam ball off the bat of Chris Sullivan. A line shot, hard hit ball right at Lorenzo Arcuri. Nothing he could do about it. Blues trail 3-2. Bottom of the third inning. Coming up next. Bottom of the third inning, Blues trail Nashua 3-2. Christian Cabrera, the Blues DH, stands in. He struck out in his first at-bat. Swings at a first pitch fastball. Comes up empty, down to the count 0-1. Second pitch of the at-bat is a fastball. This one misses outside. It is 1-1. Keeping away from the big DH here is the starter for Nashua, Mike Janellis. Tardy on that fastball was Cabrera. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is yet another fastball. This one outside once again, but it misses. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to Christian Cabrera. This fastball fouled into the glove. He will go down swinging this at bat. Now batting for the Bristol Blues, the shortstop heading to Bryant University next season, Jimmy Titus. Titus struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He now stands in. A big late kick takes a fastball, missing at the letters. 1 ball and no strikes. Janellis in the windup. The tall righty kicks up and delivers. Titus takes a fastball. Good pitch there. Fastball on the outer third. Titus taking. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blues have 5 hits and 2 runs. Nashua, 3 runs on 3 hits. Another fastball from the right arm of Janellis. Misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. This 2-1 pitch is yet another fastball. 4 pitches this at bat to Jimmy Titus, and that would be 4 fastballs, all of them missing outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball that challenges him right at the red numbering across the chest. Jimmy swung on top of that one, missed it. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. The full count here lifted high in the air, deep down the first base line. That ball will hook into foul territory, into the picnic area. Count remains full for the Blues shortstop, number 20, Jimmy Titus. Titus gets a 3-2 pitch once again. He lines this one into foul ground down that first base line once again. A little bit late on it. Going the other way is Jimmy Titus. Another 3-2 pitch is in on the hands. This one will hit off the label, pop up to the second baseman off the bat of Jimmy Titus. DeSarcina camps under it. He will make the play. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The batter for the Bristol Blues will be Brandon Grover. Grover playing first base tonight for the Bristol Blues. Very wide base. Leg kick takes the fastball, misses up and out. 1-0. Christopher Morris on deck for the Bristol Blues. Base knock in his first at-bat of the ballgame. Grover laces one to left field. Going the other way, there is Brandon. Line shot over the head of Harry Roberson, the Nashua shortstop. 2-out base hit for Brandon Grover brings up Chris Morris. Morris singled and came around to score the Blues' first run of the ballgame. Last inning, the bottom of the 2nd. Blues trail 3-2. Morris kicks around some dirt in that right-handed batter's box. Now digs in, ready to work. Slightly open stance, very upright stance for Chris Morris. He will swing at a first pitch fastball. Whip it to the back of the screen. It is 0-1. The sun has set here at Muzzy, and the temperature has gone down a full 10 degrees. It is absolutely freezing. These boys are going to have to put on some long sleeves to stay warm in the late innings here at Muzzy Field. No balls and a strike. Morris takes a changeup on the outer half. Nothing he could do there. Way out in front. Best case scenario, he would have thrown his hands at it and dribbled one to the right side. The 0-2 pitch on its way to Morris. Changeup once again. This one misses low. He was on his way back to the dugout. He thought that was going to be a called 3rd strike. Umpire does not go up with the right hand, and it's still 1-2. Ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Sullivan. He will pick it up, go the short way over to second base. Morris will go down with the fielder's choice. Grover out at second. The Blues get a single, but no runs. We head to the top of the 4th inning, and the Blues trail the Silver Knights 3-2. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Top of the fourth inning, the 1-0 fastball is lifted into center field. Camping under it is Lorenzo R. Curry. Can of corn to the Blues center fielder, number 29, Lorenzo R. Curry. 1 up and 1 down. Now batting for Nashua. In the top of the fourth inning, number 11, Brett Evangelista, left fielder. The right-handed hitting left fielder will stand in the back of the right-handed batter's box. Shows bunt. Budzik charges hard. Brings the bunt back. Takes the ball. 1-0. Evangelista now rips one down the left field line. This one will hook foul and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Artavius Marsh settling in a little bit now. Wild second inning. Compiled 3 walks and then added another one there in the third. We are in the top of the fourth inning, and Nashua leads the Blues 3-2. Marsh works that third base side of the rubber. Gets a sign in from Ian Tosca. He sets up outside. Change up. Way up and out. Lost control of that one there. Did Artavius. Count now 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. This fastball misses inside. Diving out of the way there is Evangelista. 3 balls and 1 strike. Budzik even with the bag here at third base. The rest of the infield playing deep. 3-1 pitch is a fastball. Misses way. Evangelista walks, and now the right fielder, Chris Cruz, to bat. Man at first, 1 out, Cruz the batter. He shows bunt, it's in the air. Leaping after it is Marsh. Diving play by Artavius Marsh. No sacrifice bunt there by Cruz as Marsh with a phenomenal play off the mound. One of the best PFP works you'll see all afternoon. Leaping play by Artavius Marsh. 2 outs, man at first base. And the batter, leadoff hitter, DeSarcina. Cam DeSarcina, the leadoff batter, will bat for the 3rd time tonight in the top of the 4th inning. Artavius Marsh, first pitch fastball, hammers it at the knees. This one lifted high, up and out of play. 0-1. Wisely getting back to the bag there was Evangelista. A popped-up bunt. If he wasn't paying attention, he would have been well on his way to second base and unable to make the play. This one, a blooper to center field. Lorenzo R. Curry gets it off of hop, and the ball scampers away from Christian Budzik as the throw goes into third. It'll knock off the wall into the hands of the catcher, Matt Ian Tosca. Brandon Grover wisely covering home, so the runner at third is unable to advance yet another 90 feet into score. But that ball gets down in front of Lorenzo R. Curry, who plays a very deep center field. And in for a base knock and advancing to second on the throw is Cam DeSarcina, and Harry Roberson with a chance to pick up 2 RBIs with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Nashua threatens 2 men in scoring position, 2 ducks on the pond, if you will, for Harry Roberson. Roberson awaits the first pitch of this at-bat against Artavius Marsh. Marsh, now taking his time, will step off the back of the rubber, gather himself before heading into battle with the Nashua shortstop, Harry Roberson. Marsh rocks back into the windup, fires in a fastball. He bounces it in there, blocked nicely by Matt Ian Tosca, keeping that ball in front of him. That one caroms behind him, and a run would have scored for Nashua. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs here in the inning. Hard hit ground ball, diving play by Jimmy Titus. He will make the throw over to first. Grover will pick it, and a great play all the way around by the Bristol Blues will save a couple of runs. Jimmy Titus dives deep in the hole for the Blues. Stands up, fires one over to first base. Grover picks it, and we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Blues trail 3-2. Great play there by the Blues. Keeps this a 1-run ball game. Bottom of the 4th, coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Matt Iantosca, the batter here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Bristol Blues. He will take a first pitch fastball at the knees, over for a strike. It's 0-1. Mike Janellis shakes off the first sign from his battery mate Fava. He agrees on the second one. It's a slider, missing low and away. Iantosca takes wisely. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitches a fastball. On the inner third, called a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed by Matt Iantosca. He goes down swinging. His 4th strikeout of the evening for Mike Janellis. Now the batter for Bristol, number 23, Christian Budzik. Budzik with an RBI single in his first at bat. Bats with nobody on here. First pitch swinging by Christian. He will lift it into shallow right field. Having to charge hard here is their outfielder, Cruz. He will make the play at a dead sprint running in from right field. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Budzik flies out to right field. Now batting for Bristol as the lineup will turn over. Lorenzo Arcuri. Arcuri 1 for 1 on the day. Led off this ball game with an infield single and a walk in the second inning. He gets his 3rd at bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outer third. He was looking middle in there, unable to get it. Takes the first pitch wisely. He's ready to go. Down in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball. Bends over the outside corner, a little bit away, 1-1. Lorenzo Arcuri twirls the bat around a couple of times, and he's ready to work. Gets a fastball. He elevates deep to right center field. Going back is Sthenopoulos. He will now stop, camp under it, and make the play. The Blues go down in order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th. Blues trail 3-2. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Welcome back into Muzzy Field. There is a pitching change. Bristol native number 21, Michael Nocera, heads to the knoll for the Bristol Blues. This pitching change, as always, brought to you by the book Muzzy Field, a novel on the historic venue, a 102-year-old Muzzy Field, well-written piece by Doug Milan. Check it out on Amazon.com today and take a read, a beautiful read about this historic venue, Muzzy Field. Nocera comes on, the right-handed reliever from Merrimack College. Power arm, mid to upper 80s every once in a while, hovering in that low 90s mark. And the line here for Artavius Marsh today is his day is done. He gives up 3 earned runs through 4 innings, 4 hits, but 5 walks, spelling doom for Artavius Marsh. First pitch out of the right arm of Michael Nocera is a fastball. It misses out of the strike zone, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball challenging. The batter is Michael Nocera, in a sliding grab there by Christopher Morris in right field. Good play there by the right fielder from Manhattan College, charging hard. A half-hearted dive slide combination. Good ball play there by Chris Morris. 1 up, 1 down, top of the 5th inning. Ryan Sullivan, now the batter. He homered in his last at-bat off of Artavius Marsh, and Michael Nocera fools him with a tight slider there. Nocera checks in, gets the sign. He will set high at the shoulders. Big leg kick there by Nos. Hums in another fastball. Way behind that one there was Sullivan, and now the count is 0-2. Michael Nocera coming out of the bullpen, throwing BBs early on, working that first base side of the rubber. 0-2 pitch is a slider. This one started on the outside corner and just dove off the plate. 1-2. Nocera checks in, agrees with the signal from Ian Tosca. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Fastball grounded up the middle, off the glove of Nocera. Barehanded effort now by Nick Conti. He will make the play back-to-back. Good plays by this Bristol Blues defensive unit. First one, a diving play out there in right field by Christopher Morris, and then a comebacker to Nocera. He got a glove on it. Conti charged hard, barehanded it, throws it over to Grover at first. 2 up, 2 down, and now the batter for Nashua, Gasper. This fastball misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Nocera looks in, down in the count, 1-0. He will set, kick up, and deliver. This fastball swung on and whiffed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Defensive alignment behind Michael Nocera right now for Bristol. Brandon Grover at first, Nick Conti at second, Jimmy Titus, your shortstop, and Christian Budzik, the third baseman. Nocera's 1-1 pitch is a fastball fouled beneath the legs of Gasper. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Defensively in the outfield for Bristol, Frankie Gregoire, the left fielder, Lorenzo Arcuri in center, and Chris Morris in right. Ian Tosca, the battery mate for Nocera, sends down the signals, and a check swing. Nocera fools him with the slider there, called a strike. He goes down swinging. Nocera strikes out 1 in his first inning of work. Blues trail Nashua 3-2. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up next. Nick Conti, the batter for the Bristol Blues. He will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. first pitch is a fastball, misses beneath the knees and, well, beneath the ankles. That one scrapes off the dirt, and the count is 1-0. Canellis kicks up into the motion. This could be a seeing eye single. It will get down in the Bermuda Triangle right in front of the center fielder, over the head of the second baseman. That ball had eyes on it. Nick Conti picks up yet another base knock. Conti 2 for 3 on the day. Frankie Gregoire now the batter for Bristol. Freshman All-American Frankie Gregoire. We had another freshman All-American on the team last year, Willie Yan. Some big shoes to fill for Frankie, but he is one fine ball player. Takes the first pitch fastball on the outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. Today, Frankie was announced as a freshman All-American, a Louisville Slugger freshman All-American. Down in the count, 0-1, here is Frankie. He will rip a line shot down the third base line. It'll skip a couple of times into foul territory. Would have been extra bases for sure. Frankie Gregoire with a lot of pop in that right-handed box. No balls and 2 strikes. Going to have to make an adjustment here is Frankie. Conti with a sizable lead over there at first base. Canellis will set at the eyes, scripted across the chest. This one is a curveball. It bounces in the left-handed batter's box. Conti gets an extended secondary as he saw the ball in the dirt. He retreats back to first base as the ball was blocked very, very well by the catcher for Nashua, Anthony Fava. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count for Gregoire. Gregoire lifts this one in the air deep down the right field line. Cruz goes over into foul territory, and he will make a sliding grab in foul ground. Good play there by the Nashua right fielder, a sliding play right in front of the visiting bullpen. Gregoire will go down in foul ground to the right fielder. Now batting for the Blues, number 4, Christian Cabrera. Man on first, and 1 out for the Blues DH from Broward College in Miami, Florida, Christian Cabrera. First pitch swinging is Chris. Laces a line shot back behind home plate into the screen, 0-1. Cabrera stands upright in that left-handed batter's box, hunched over slightly from the waist up. Gets a fastball missing inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lights glistening on this 102-year-old historic venue. Babe Ruth hit the first ever home run here at Muzzy Field. Christian Cabrera gets a fastball he likes here. Lifts it in the air to left field. It is a line shot. Running back on it is Brett Evangelista. He will make an over-the-shoulder grab. Thought that one was going to be able to squeak right over him. It did not. Fine play there by Evangelista. 2 outs in the inning. Nick Conti, the runner at first base. Now batting the Blues shortstop, Jimmy Titus. Titus 0 for on the day, looking to get his first knock of this evening's ballgame. He takes a first pitch fastball right over the heart of the plate at the knees, 0-1. Titus will twirl the bat around a couple of times, get the bat set on that back right shoulder. Gets up in his stance, ready to work. Big leg kick. Conti takes off for second base. Throw offline. He's in there safely. A head-first slide by Nick Conti. First stolen base of the evening for either side. Goes to the Blues. Nick Conti, the Blues second baseman from Eckerd College, picks up a stolen base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jimmy Titus with an RBI opportunity here for the Bristol Blues. A chance to knot this ball game up. Blues trail 3-2, bottom of the 5th inning. Elevated fastball. Titus takes a hack. Fouls it off to the back of the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Conti with a stolen base and Jimmy Titus in the right-handed batter's box. Titus does not get cheated out of swings, that is for sure. Healthy hacks from the young shortstop from East Catholic. Now he lifts one up the middle, a one-hopper ranging up the middle, Harry Roberson. And the first baseman makes the play. Titus runs into him as he came into the first base line. He holds on to the ball. He does make the play. Top of the 6th inning coming up next. Michael Nocera back on the bump for Bristol. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Blues trail 3-2. Michael Nocera out to work his second inning of this ball game. It is the top of the 6th. Blues trail 3-2. First pitch by Nocera is a fastball. Ian Tosca has to wave after that one way outside. It is 1-0. Chris Sullivan, the batter for Nashua. He gets a fastball right down the middle, unable to barrel it up. He lifts it up and out of play. Nocera throwing straight smoke tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is on its way. Fastball misses outside once again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Beautiful night for baseball. Not a cloud in the sky. Lights glistening on Muzzy. Pristine night here in Bristol, Connecticut. Nocera with a 2-1 fastball right at the knees on the outside corner. You couldn't place a better pitch than that one. Perfect spot by Nocera, and it is 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A fastball elevated this time, lifted high, up, and out of play. On to Muzzy Street it goes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count remains. Nocera kicks up and delivers a slider this time in on the hands. Grounded softly down the first base line into foul territory. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind is starting to pick up, and that means it's getting a little bit more chilly up here on top of the press box, located 95 feet down the third base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball blows it by him. He got him on strikes. Michael Nocera pumping the gun, popping the leather. Down goes Sullivan. Nocera's second strikeout in as many innings. The batter now, number 9, Anthony Fava. No, Sarah kicks up and delivers. Changes it up here. A slider right at the knees. Perfect pitch by No Sarah. He's got the full arsenal working tonight. Ahead in the count, 0-1. No Sarah kicks up and delivers this fastball up and in. Diving out of the way there is Anthony Fava. 1-1. One ball and one strike. Fastball right down the middle. After a little bit of chin music, he puts one on a platter. Unable to come up with that one is Fava. 1-2. No, Sarah shakes off the first sign from Ian Tosca. Agrees on the second. Fastball bounces in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to the catcher. For the visitors, the Nashua Silver Knights, Anthony Fava. Infield ready to go. No, Sarah sets the 2-2 pitch. Slider outside corner, waved at and missed. He got him on strikes. 2 strikeouts this inning. Let's go for the trifecta. Mikey, let's see what you got. As Brett Evangelista will now stroll into the box. Michael knows Sarah's got it all working today. He's working that first base side of the rubber. He sets and is ready to work. Evangelista with a very wide base. Takes the first pitch fastball. Paints the outside corner. 0-1. Ian Tosca calls himself a pretty good game there behind the dish. Not too many disagreements tonight. No, Sarah hums a fastball in there. Little bit of cheddar out of the right arm of No Sarah. This one's fouled up and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2, No Sarah sets. Let's see what he's got in the back pocket for Evangelista. It is a slider. He buckles the knees. Called out for excessive window shopping there, Brett Evangelista. No Sarah strikes out 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Jonathan Faraci, the 6'6" right-handed reliever from St. John's University, will now toe the slab for the Nashua Silver Knights. His first competitor will be Blues left-handed hitting first baseman Brandon Grover. Grover with a wide base slightly open. Gets a first pitch fastball, swings and hits it hard up the middle. Harry Roberson picks it up off a couple of hops right at the waist, slings it over to first. Grover, one pitch, one out. Now batting for the Bristol Blues, number 14, Christopher Morris. Morris, 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit in the second inning. Grounded out into a fielder's choice to end the inning in the third. Very upright stance for Morris. Kicks up and delivers. First pitch fastball. On the outside corner, called a strike. 0-1. Faraci, the 0-1. Yet another fastball. This one misses beneath the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch now on its way. Morris rifles the backside to it. Holds up the hands, taking 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morris got the lower half going, just didn't bring the hands with it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Faraci thinks better of it, steps off the back of the mound and gets ready to work. 1-2 pitch coming up next after this brief confab on the mound from Anthony Fava, the catcher from Nashua, and his college teammate, Jonathan Faraci. Both collegiate baseball players in the Big East for St. John's University. The 1-2 pitch is a slider, missing low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blues trail in this one 3-2. They do lead in the hit column, 7-4. The 2-2 pitch misses low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch on its way, the full house, up and out. That's a walk to Christopher Morris. He's on base for the second time this evening. Morris with wheels over there at first base. I would not be surprised to see if manager Pat Riley puts something in motion with Matt Iantosca and Christopher Morris. There is 1 out in the inning. Brandon Grover grounded out to short in the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch fastball misses, low and outside. That seems to be a trend this inning. 1-0. Runner bluffs, not off. Harry Roberson gets it, flips it over to second. 6-4-3. That will be a double play turned on Matt Iantosca. Morris was going to be off with the pitch, didn't get a great jump, hesitated. Then got caught on the fielder's choice end of the 6-4-3 double play. Blues go down in order. We head to the top of the 7th inning next. Blues trail 3-2. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Michael Nocera pitches out of the stretch here to start off the top of the 7th inning. Fastball, foul ball, tipped off the glove of Ian Tosca. No balls and 1 strike. No, Sarah drops the arm, fires in a fastball. This one bounces in there. 1 ball and 1 strike to the 9-hole hitter Cruz. Cameron Cruz from Mesa Community College. No, Sarah will set now, kick up and deliver the 1-1 pitch. Another fastball elevated in the strike zone, nicked off the end of the bat, cue shot into foul territory. It is 1-2. No, Sarah shakes off Ian Tosca on the 1-2 pitch on its way. Fastball, hard hit ball, backhand by Budzik in the hole. Throw across the diamond in time. Good play there by Christian Budzik. A backhanded effort deep in the hole here at third base, up the line. Strong throw across the diamond. You could have hung laundry on that one. 1 up and 1 down. Cam DeSarcina. A college matchup, 2 college teammates facing off with each other. DeSarcina, an outfielder. Check that, an infielder. The second baseman from Merrimack College faces a reliever from Merrimack, Michael Nocera. Nocera spits a fastball there on the outer half. It does miss by just a couple of inches. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Infield deep all the way around. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball missing up and out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. The moon is out in full force here. A crescent moon showing as bright as day deep down the left field line into foul territory. It is an absolute beautiful night for baseball. Pristine, if you will. 3 balls and 1 strike, not a cloud in the sky. The lights shimmering on the boys in blue tonight. The Blues trail 3-2 right now in the 7th. They're looking to change their fortunes when we get to the bottom of the 7th inning. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball in on the hands. Inside outs that one. Does DeSarcina. He lifts it into foul territory and out of play. Count runs full. 3-2. Nocera sets, looking to get his college buddy out on strikes. Fastball misses up and out by just a hair. Thought the umpire was going to twitch and ring him up with the right hand there. He does not. DeSarcina draws a 1-out walk. And that is the first base runner allowed by Michael Nocera since entering this ball game in the 5th inning. Harry Roberson now the batter. Fairly wide base in the right-handed batter's box there by Harry. He keeps the back on that back shoulder. Sees a first pitch fastball from Nocera right at the knees. 0-1. Nocera sets, kicks up, and delivers. Fastball lifted high, up and out of play. 1 ball. Nope, check that. No balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard operator. Give me some funny business out here tonight at Muzzy Field. A little bit behind on the call. No balls and 2 strikes. Nocera sets at the shoulders. Fastball. Called third strike. Stuck that one. Did Ian Tosca. Not agreeing with the call there as Harry Roberson nearly drew a line in the left-handed batter's box saying that ball was outside. Umpire disagrees. Calls him out on strikes. He's lucky he didn't get ran out of the ball game with those couple of words. However, strike 3, yet another strikeout for the righty Nocera. 2 outs in the inning, man on first base. Nocera's found the sweet spot here, paints the outside black like Picasso, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. Nocera looks in, he sets at the shoulders. Kicks up and delivers. Ground ball through the left side. Christian Budzik with a diving effort. That ball just enough to get through and get past one of these Blues infielders. First base hit off of No Sarah today, and Nashua is threatening with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Now, Coach Jordy Shiner, the pitching coach, will take a lengthy stroll out to the mound to talk to Michael No Sarah and prepare him for this opportunity against Annapolis. Oh, check that. Thanopolis was the one with that base hit. It's Ryan Sullivan, who did have the long ball in the 3rd inning, now due up to face Michael No Sarah. Brief conversation between pitching coach Jordy Shiner and Michael No Sarah is over. No Sarah gets the cap ready to go, steps back on the slab, working that first base side of the rubber. 2 men on, and 2 out for Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan sees a first pitch fastball miss above the letters across the chest. It is 1-0. Infield deep all the way around, same with the outfield. Frankie Gregoire in left, Lorenzo Arcuri, your center fielder, and Christopher Morris patrolling right tonight for Bristol. No Sarah sets, and the 1-0 pitch is a fastball. Line shot to right field. It will skip by Chris Morrison off the wall. He will pick it in and throw over to Nick Conti, rounding third, thinking wise of it and not going home. Will be Thanopolis. However, that is an RBI double, and Nashua leads 4-2. Ryan Sullivan doing all the damage for the Silver Knights tonight. Ryan Sullivan with 2 RBIs and a home run today, 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs. Michael No Sarah still on the bump for Bristol. The Blues will now intentionally walk Gasper to get to Chris Sullivan. Chris Sullivan is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Michael No Sarah will get ready to work against Sullivan. There is action in the Blues bullpen from up here on the press box. I'm unable to see who actually it is warming up down that left field line. However, maybe they will get the call to face Sullivan. Check down to Pat Riley. He is not going anywhere. Nope. Check that. Looks like he might be out there to make the call. He will take the ball from Michael No Sarah. We will take a brief break and get back to the action, as the new pitcher will toe the slab for the Bristol Blues in the top of the 7th inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Blues trail 4-2. Top of the 7th inning, Blues trail 4-2. A pitching change for Bristol. Number 6, Sebastian Demaro, now up on the mound for the Bristol Blues. He comes in relief of Michael Nocera, who came in for the starter, Artavius Marsh. Nocera works 2 2/3 innings. He is responsible for the runner on all the bases. Bases loaded, Demaro on the bump. First pitch, fastball at the knees on the outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. Demaro just finished up his sophomore season at the University of Hartford, coming out of the bullpen. Did pick up a few spot starts as well. Fairly decent year here for Sebastian. He will now set at the Blues lettering script across the chest. Hums in a fastball. This one waved at and missed. Ahead in the count, 0-2 is Sebastian Demaro. Chris Sullivan, the batter for Nashua. He's down in the count, 0-2. Let's see what Demaro throws at him. He will kick up and deliver another fastball. This one missing outside. Matt Iantosca snags it with a piece of leather behind the dish. It is 1-2. Demaro looks in, nods in agreement with the sign of Iantosca. He will kick up and deliver this fastball. Misses outside by an inch or two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Deuce is wild here at Muzzy Field. Defense deep all the way around here in the infield. Play at any bag. Calling for time now is Chris Sullivan. Umpire grants him time. Demaro will now step off the slab, gather himself, fix the ball cap, now dig back in, ready to go. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball. Inside corner, up with the right arm goes the umpire. He stood there like a house on the side of the road and watched it go by. That's strike 3. Nashua gets 1 in the top of the 7th. It's stretch time here at Muzzy Field. Blues trail 4-2. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Christian Budzik, the batter for the Bristol Blues. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the Blues trail 4-2. Count now 1-1 here on Christian Budzik. That last pitch misses up and outside. Budzik checks his swing, does not go too far here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Flinched with the bat, getting it up off the shoulder. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to Christian Budzik. He fires the backside through here, makes contact with that fastball. He'll lift it high up and out of play onto Muzzy Street. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seventh inning stretch, as always, brought to you by the Hummel Brothers, the official hot dog of the Bristol Blues. This fastball misses inside. Count now runs full for the Blues' third baseman, Christian Budzik, 3-2. Budzik takes a fastball up and in, jaunts out of the way. He will walk, take his lovely stroll there down to first base, and the lineup will roll over for Lorenzo Arcuri. Blues trail by 2, bottom of the 7th inning. It's rally cap time here at Muzzy Field. You can see the kids on their feet, flipping the caps upside down, inside out, doing whatever they can to will these boys a couple of runs. Arcuri stands in, takes the first pitch fastball, dots the outside corner. It's 0-1. Arcuri sees a fastball he likes, swings at it with all his might, comes up with just a tick. This one will go back to the back of the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. This one bounces in there, skips toward the Nashua dugout. Budzik will scamper into second base safely. He will advance 90 feet on that wild pitch. In the ball game, pitching for Nashua, number 20, Seth Pinkerton. Pinkerton, the righty, stands in. Pierce is over the glove, looking into the catcher. Will now come set as Lorenzo Arcuri will call for time, and Fava will have to head out to the mound to get on the same page as his pitcher. First time he's got a runner on second base. They're going to have to change up the signals just a beat. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count for Lorenzo Arcuri, the Bristol Blues center fielder from Roseville, California. Speaking of Roseville, Roseville's produced a couple of good people. Mom and Dad, thanks for listening. Love you. Talk to you soon. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball missing beneath the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just in case for those of you listening at home, Mom and Dad, not from Roseville, California, but Roseville, Michigan. It's a fun fact for you. That 2-2 pitch is a fastball, misses low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count runs full for Lorenzo Arcuri. Christian Budzik in scoring position at second base. 3-2 pitch is a fastball that catches the outside corner. Arcuri goes down looking. Nick Conti now the batter for Bristol. 2 for 3 on the day is Conti. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 4 in an RBI. Takes the first pitch, looks like a cutter on the outer half. Called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that misses beneath the knees. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to the Blues second baseman, Nick Conti. Conti swings at the 1-1, lifts it high in the air. Down the first base line, shallow right field. That ball will hook into foul ground and out of play. Count stays 1-2. Budzik with a large lead over there at second base. Middle of the infield, pinched nearly in double play depth. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded to the pitcher, Pinkerton. He looks over at second, and now he gets Christian Budzik in a rundown. Budzik will run and slide back safely into third base. They throw the ball away. It goes into shallow right field. And they will get Budzik at third base. He is absolutely infuriated, and so is manager Pat Riley. They believe that the pitcher, Pinkerton, never touched Christian Budzik at third base. However, they called him out. The Blues faithful are absolutely giving it to the home plate umpire, as it seems he has went array on that call at third base. Good play by Pinkerton, the pitcher, fielding the hard ground ball up the middle. He turned, looked at Budzik back to second base. Then as he went to throw it to first, Christian took off for third. He got him in a rundown, gave the ball over to the third baseman, Sullivan, who threw it out into shallow right field. Then Cruz picked it up and threw a bullet to Pinkerton over at third base. Budzik slid in what we thought was safely. However, the home plate umpire called him out at third base. Christian Budzik was absolutely infuriated, getting in the face of the home plate umpire. Manager Pat Riley got in between the both of them, spoke to the umpire a few words. No change in call. Budzik called out at third base. There is 2 outs, and it is now 0-1 on Frankie Gregoire as Nick Conti will reach first base on the fielder's choice. A wild scene of events here at Muzzy Field, with the Blues still trail 4-2, bottom of the 7th inning, and it's now a 1-1 count on the left fielder, Frankie Gregoire. Gregoire takes this fastball outside. Fava, the catcher, turns, fakes the throw over to first base. Attempted a pick behind, thought better of it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Conti, the runner at first. Let's see if he takes off to steal another bag. This one, in on the hands of the bat, absolutely splits in 2, and it's a ground out to the first baseman, Sullivan. The Blues threaten but do not score in the bottom of the 7th inning. We head to the top of the 8th. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the 8th inning here at historical Muzzy Field. New pitcher on the bump. Lefty from Cerritos, California, Paulie Versteeg. Versteeg will face Anthony Fava in the top of the 8th inning. Paulie will work from that first base side of the rubber. Kicks up into the motion. He's ready to work. First pitch fastball. Right down Main Street here in Bristol. 0-1. Versteeg looks in, gets the sign, kicks up, ready to work. 0-1 pitch is a curveball. A lollipop curve right down the heart of the plate. Over for a strike. Buckle the knees. 0-2. Ahead in the count, 0-2. What will Versteeg do? Elects to throw the fastball. This one misses. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Fava. Versteeg looks in, gets the sign, rocks into the motion. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded sliding play by Conti. He will throw and roll one over to first base. That'll be an infield single off the bat of the catcher, Anthony Fava. Good play up the middle by Nick Conti. Just couldn't muster up enough on the throw to get him out over there at first base. Paulie Versteeg on the bump. You know what that means. He asked me before the ball game to give a shout out to his lovely girlfriend and all of his family watching, including his grandparents that he tells me he loves ever so dearly. Showing bunt here is Cameron Cruz into foul territory, up and out of play, 0-1. And yet Paul told me to make sure I call him Paulie Versteeg because the grandparents love it, and they call him that all the time. So we're going to continue that trend for the rest of the season for the family out in California. Hope you're tuning in and enjoying this one. Paul with a fine left arm here for the Bristol Blues. He bounces that one in there. It scampers away from Ian Tosca. Looks like him and Versteeg weren't on the same page here. He's going to go out there and make sure they now are on the same page. Man on second. Nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th inning, Blues trail 4-2. Versteeg checks in. He's ready to work with his battery mate, Matt Ian Tosca. Budzik even with the bag here at third. Middle of the infield, pinched up the middle. Grover in front of the bag over there at first, showing bunt. Bunt to the first baseman. Versteeg's going to have to pick it up with a glove. He gloves it over to the first baseman, Grover. Good play there by Paulie Versteeg. Fields the bunt with the glove, throws it to first with the glove, and there is the first out of the top of the 8th inning. Man on third. Man on third. One out. 4-2 ball game. The infield is drawn in for Bristol. Cameron Cruz, the batter for the Nashua Silver Knights. Versteeg sets, kicks up, and delivers. First pitch curveball smothered by Ian Tosca. Swung over by Cruz. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike to count to Cameron Cruz from Mesa Community College. Ground ball to Budzik right at him. He will make the play, throw it across the diamond. 2 outs here in the 8th. Runner stays at third base. Blues with an opportunity to get out of this one unscathed. Now batting as the lineup turns over, the leadoff hitter from Merrimack College, Cam DeSarcina. Versteeg will set at the Blues, scripted across the chest, up with the leg kick and a curveball that dips out of the strike zone, low and away, 1-0. Versteeg checks in, down in the count, 1-0. Infield now back with 2 outs. This is a line shot ripped down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. DeSarcina takes a step out, adjusts his batting gloves, doing his best Nomar Garcia Parra impersonation, stands back in and gets a curveball. This one in the right-handed batter's box, way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Budzik 4 feet behind the bag here at third base. Press box located deep down the third base line here at Muzzy Field. We sit atop this beast of a press box, calling the game each and every night. This one, a line shot rifled down the third base line once again. Late on the fastball is DeSarcina. This lefty-on-lefty matchup between the leadoff man for Nashua and the Blues reliever, Paulie Versteeg. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Blues trail 4-2. All knotted up in the hit column, 7-7. Versteeg now bounces a fastball in there. This one outside as well. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. With the base open, I wouldn't be surprised to see if Versteeg trusts his stuff with the curveball and lets it play out. He sets, kicks up, and delivers. He challenges him with the fastball. It's a grounder to Grover. He picks it up, flips it to Versteeg. He will make the play. Nashua threatens but does not score in the top of the 8th inning. Blues trail 4-2. Bottom of the 8th coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Christian Cabrera to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Bristol Blues. Cabrera, Titus, and Grover due up for Bristol in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cabrera gets a first pitch fastball, missing the strike zone, low and outside, 1-0. Cabrera 0 for on the day, searching for his first knock of the evening. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball, challenging Cabrera. He swings right through it, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is yet another fastball. Tardy on that one was Cabrera. It was a fastball on the outer third. Unable to get the hands through and connect on that one was Christian. He's down in the count, 1-2. Fastball right at the knees on the outside corner. Cabrera doesn't agree with that one. He goes down looking, and now the batter for Bristol will be the 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year here in Connecticut, Jimmy Titus. Titus struck out in the first inning, popped up to second, and then grounded out to short. He's 0 for 3 on the evening. Fourth at bat, takes a first pitch fastball, missing outside, 1-0. On deck for Bristol, number 32, their first baseman, Brandon Grover. Titus with a big leg kick there, hacks at that one, fouls it to the back of the screen on the ground, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Jimmy Titus. Fastball missing, up and out of the strike zone. Fava unable to come up with that one, way up out of the strike zone. Threw the glove at it, unable to come up with it. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch is a fastball right down the heart of the plate. A little bit late on that one, though, was Jimmy Titus. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball at the knees. Titus gets the barrel on it. A little bit late, lifts it high up and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball lifted high up and out of play. Once again, count stays 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In and out in the inning. On deck for the Blues, Brandon Grover. Dropping the arm slot down to completely sidearm is the pitcher for Nashua. Number 20, Seth Pinkerton, gets Titus down swinging. 2 outs in the inning. Brandon Grover to bat for the Blues. Grover with a base knock today. Line shot to the left fielder. He now takes this first pitch fastball on the outer third, 0-1. 4-2 ball game. Blues trail. Blues trailed 2-0 in the second inning. Got 2 in the bottom of the second to tie this ball game up. Then Nashua got 1 in the third and hasn't looked back since. Brings us to the point we are at right now. 4-2 ball game. Both Bristol and Nashua with 7 hits apiece. Nashua's committed an error. The Blues have not, but that hasn't played dividends in this ball game. Blues still trail by 2 late in this one. The starter for Bristol today was Artavius Marsh. He went 4 innings, but the big number for him was the 5 walks. Fava set up outside, and that fastball missed inside, right through the wickets of the home plate umpire, caroming off the backstop behind home plate. It is 1-2. Sidearm delivery is a fastball on the outside corner. Swung through that one, did Grover. Blues go down. They trail by 2 as we head to the 9th inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the 9th inning here at Muzzy Field. The Blues trail the Nashua Silver Knights 4-2. On the bump for Bristol in relief of Paulie Versteeg is number 24, Nick Silva. This pitching change, as always, brought to you by the book Muzzy Field, written by Doug Milan. A piece on this historic venue, 102 years old. Babe Ruth hit the first home run at Muzzy Field. Take a look at it online at Amazon.com. A well-written piece by Doug Milan. First pitch fastball out of the right arm of Nick Silva. Lifted high, up and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. This fastball misses a little bit too far up in the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. The batter for Nashua is their shortstop, number 4, Harry Roberson. Roberson struck out looking his last at bat, had a couple of choice words for the umpire. I would not be too surprised if that strike zone opens up for him. Just another hair. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball on the outer half, fouled up and out of play. Ian Tosca sets up outside. Silva drops the hips, hammers a fastball on the outer third. He got him on strikes once again. He goes down looking for the second time in a row. Thanapolis, now the batter, Nick Silva, the hard-throwing reliever from Miami, Florida, by way of the University of Maine, toes the slab for the Blues. Upright stance, very open stance for Thanapolis. Takes the first pitch fastball, a hair beneath the knees, 1-0. Blues going to need to get 2 in the 9th inning if we want to continue to play baseball tonight at Muzzy Field. They trail 4-2. This fastball right at the knees, called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Missing low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count here for Thanapolis. Looking fastball here will be Thanapolis. Dropping the hands into the motion is Silva. Fastball way late on that one, up off the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Sullivan, the Blues killer. Ryan Sullivan on deck for the visitors, the Nashua Silver Knights. A home run in the 3rd inning and an RBI double in the 7th has spelled doom for the Bristol Blues so far. Bristol still with a shot to tie this ball game up and maybe walk it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Silva in the motion. Slider smothered there by Ian Tosca. Good block behind the plate. Count runs full, 3-2. Christian Budzik at third base for Bristol today. Over there at shortstop, Jimmy Titus. Nick Conti at second, and Brandon Grover. Your defensive alignment over there at first base for Bristol in the infield. 3-2 pitch, challenging him with the fastball there is Silva. Tardy on it once again is Thanapolis, unable to barrel up that fastball. In the outfield for Bristol, Chris Morris in right. Lorenzo Arcuri in center, and Frankie Gregoire, the Bristol Blues left fielder. Silva rips another fastball in there. This one shot to right center field. Arcuri goes, dives, comes up empty. Morris picks it up, throws it into Nick Conti, the cutoff man, and that'll be a 1-out double off the bat of Thanapolis. A full count fastball hammered to right center field. Lorenzo Arcuri tracked after it hard, slid after it, hit off the bottom of his glove, unable to make the play. Good recovery there by Chris Morris to get the ball in and not allow Thanapolis to extend his trip around the bases to third. He will stroll into second base with a double. 1 out, man on second for the hard-hitting Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan open stance, stands to the back of the right-handed batter's box. Takes the first pitch fastball on the inside corner. Up with the right arm goes the umpire. 0-1. Silva now will work from the stretch. Looks in, get the sign from Ian Tosca. He sets, checks second base once, flips the head around, and throws his first slider of the afternoon. Check that, evening. Throws it right at the front knee. Dives a little bit toward the shin before it crosses home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. He checks second once again, flips the head around, fastball, line shot right at Jimmy Titus. He takes a step and a dive. He will make the play, a lofted line shot. The bat splits in two, a new piece of firewood for Ryan Sullivan. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Blues trail 4-2. Mickey Gasper now to bat for Nashua. Number 24, the lefty, will stand in. Man on second, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Blues trail 4-2. Silva will check second base once, flip the head around, turn and go. Fastball right on the outside corner, called a strike. 0-1. Silva will now set at the belt buckle, check second once, now make that twice before ripping a fastball in there. This one will split the left fielder and the center fielder, 4 extra bases. Coming around to score is Sinopoulos, and he will round second and head to third. Sliding safely. An RBI triple by Mickey Gasper extends the Nashua lead to 5-2. Now, Chris Sullivan will be the batter for the Nashua Silver Knights. Chris Sullivan with 2 strikeouts in his last 2 plate appearances. Let's see what he's got for the Blues in the top of the 9th inning. Silva will kick up and deliver a fastball that skips after it crosses home plate. 1-0. Two-out triple off the bat of Mickey Gasper extends the Nashua lead to 3. They now lead the Bristol Blues 5-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Silva pumps in a fastball there way late on. That one was Sullivan. 1 ball and 1 strike. Silva sets at the belt buckle once again, kicks up and delivers. This one is a slider that misses inside. Hits off of Sullivan. He will take his rightful spot at first base after getting plunked by that one. Now the catcher, Anthony Fava, due up for the Nashua Silver Knights. First and third, 2 outs. Nick Silva still on the mound for the Bristol Blues. The catcher, Anthony Fava, the batter. Very upright stance, check swing. He went too far. Home plate umpire doesn't have to appeal to the infield ump. He knows it. 0-1. Silva now looks in. Man on the corners. Kicks up and delivers at another fastball. Diving grab in foul territory by Brandon Grover. The Blues get out of the top of the 9th inning after surrendering 1 run. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Last call for this Bristol Blues offense. They trail 5-2. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Now batting for the Bristol Blues, leading off the bottom of the ninth inning, number 14, Christopher Morris. Morris has got a base knock here in the second inning, walked in the sixth. Now will bat leading off the bottom of the ninth inning for this Bristol Blues club. Very upright stance here for Chris. Stands at the back of the right-handed batter's box. He will face Jake Nelson, the 6'3" right-handed reliever from Penn. The Ivy Leaguer now steps in, fires a fastball in there. It skips into the catcher, Fava, 1-0. This one also bounces in there. It is 2 balls and no strikes. The Blues leadoff man in the bottom of the ninth, Chris Morris. Two balls and no strikes. Morris takes a fastball beneath the knees and a little bit outside. It's quickly 3-0. Nelson unable to find the strike zone late in this ballgame. Taking all the way is Chris Morris. That fastball right down Main Street here in Bristol. 3-1. Sets, kicks, and delivers does Nelson. Morris check swing, broken bat. Yet another broken bat here at Muzzy Field today. That's the 5th broken bat of this ball game. Count now runs full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes is the count. Full count for Chris Morris. Righty stands in the back of the batter's box, gets a fastball inside corner, called strike 3. Morris goes down looking, and there will be a pinch hitter for the catcher, Matt Iantosca. That pinch hitter will be Liam Scaffariello. 9th strikeout for the Bristol Blues this evening. Got to put the bat on the ball if you want to make something happen. Come away with a victory. 2-game losing skid for Bristol. They trail 5-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Liam Scaffariello, the batter. He takes the first pitch fastball, missing low. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch on its way for Liam Scaffariello. Tense couple of days here for Liam. Big number 33 swings through a fastball there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Liam expected to get taken in this year's MLB draft. We are not sure where, but he had 320 with 10 bombs and 32 RBIs at San Jacinto Community College down in Houston, Texas. Big numbers at the CC level for Scaffariello. Expect his name to be called some point this week in the MLB draft. Scaff takes a slider here, missing low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch is a fastball lifted high in the air, straight behind home plate. On to Muzzy Street it goes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scaff utilizes the back of that right-handed batter's box. Very slightly open stance, wide base. 2-2 pitch coming from the Ivy Leaguer is a fastball lifted high in the air, shallow center field. Charging hard is the right fielder, the shortstop, and the center fielder. And it drops in there, and Scaffariello is caught in between the base paths as that one was so high they lost it in the light, dropped in the Bermuda Triangle. And Scaff got too far off of first base. The throw came in. He elected to try to go to second base and stand up safely. However, he was gunned down by the Nashua Silver Knights. So 2 up and 2 down here. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Blues trail by 3. Christian Budzik takes a fastball right at the knees. Called strike. 0-1. The Blues are down to their final out. 0-1 count for Budzik. He takes a fastball. This one called strike as well. It is now quickly 0-2. Blues trail in this ball game 5-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count for Budzik. On deck for Bristol, number 29, Lorenzo Arcuri. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball that misses up out of the strike zone, 1-2. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up next. Budzik throws his hands at it, lifts it high up off the screen into foul ground. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch coming up next. Budzik fouled off the first 1-2 pitch. He now takes strike 3. Christian Budzik goes down looking. Jake Nelson strikes him out. The Blues go down 5-2 today to the Nashua Silver Knights, dropping their 3rd straight. Tomorrow night, the Blues will take on the Worcester Bravehearts here at home, 7 p.m. Come out to the ballpark and enjoy a beautiful night for baseball tomorrow, 7 p.m. at Muzzy Field. Or listen to me here live on YouTube Live, Brendan Kudla. And this has been Bristol Blues Baseball. Have a great night.